Though,
Sorry, sir.
I'll just ask you super quickly. Your minister said that going on vacation. No, don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me.
Then please.
Your minister said that going on vacation on road trips actually causes the world to be set on fire.
Thank you, sir.
We're wondering
Have a good
how
day.
you could justify coming on a huge plane. Would you say that you're hiding from your caucus, actually?
You enjoying your time on vacation? Good. You having a good time on vacation, sir?
I'm
Are you
happy
on
to speak with
vacation?
you because actually
You
this
on
is the first
vacation?
time we've been
Are
able
you
to
on
speak with you
vacation? Have a
because
good
your
day.
government is so... We want to know why you can justify going on a chartered government flight when your minister says that going on a simple road trip...
The line is right here.
Okay.
What did you want to do?
Sure, thank you.
I'll be with you in a bit.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
So tell me.
I just want to
Hang on,
know.
no,
I
no,
want
no,
you to
I get that.
I
No,
ask
no.
the questions.
You
I'm the
no,
judge.
no,
You
you
can ask
asked
me
about
one
your
question,
mom.
I'll ask
You
you
asked
one
about your mom. Okay,
Sure.
Do you think Prime Minister should be able to have a family life?
Absolutely.
Okay. Can you
Now,
imagine?
one question. I get to ask
no,
one question.
You've
You asked one
multiple
question.
questions.
You haven't
I'm gonna
answered
ask
one though.
more.
So
I'm going to ask one more.
families get.
Do you
Prime ministers
think-
get to have a family
you
life.
think-
Journalists also get to have
do you
access to
think-
prime ministers.
I have. Okay. So what's your question?
Well, I want to know if you're hiding from your caucus, why you won't call a caucus meeting.
I am not hiding from my caucus, and I've had many, many conversations and meetings with caucus. Okay, question for you now. Can you imagine, and do you think that kids who grow up in a prime minister's family deserve to have a normal-ish life with their family?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. And can you understand?
Can I answer the question now?
Sure, go ahead.
So you are passing a bill right now. You're pushing through a bill that's going to. It's called the Online Harms Act, and you're sort of putting a bunch of policy in behind protecting children. You say it's all about protecting children, but that bill is actually going to censor Canadians' ability to access the internet, to exercise free speech. Why put those two bills together? Why not separate them?
Right? First of all, it's actually not doing any censoring of the internet, and it's entirely focused on protecting kids. So, my kids spend an awful lot of their life dealing with me as Prime Minister. Every now and then, I get to go away and watch my kids playing in the water. And this is the 10 days I get on vacation for the entire summer. And as you know, I work more days a week than the vast majority of Canadians.
You've actually taken hundreds of vacation days last year.
Hold on.
I'll let you finish. Sorry.
You can do the math. Glenn McGregor did the math last year, pointed out how many days I work as Prime Minister, and it's equivalent of working every single day of the week and Saturday and not taking any day off, not any bank holidays, not 2 weeks of vacation, nothing. I work incredibly hard, and I get to be dad with my kids with nothing else going on for 10 minutes. My son was just out there in the water, splashing around, and he came to see me because he was so excited that I came out to see him, and he instead saw me, giving an interview, being Prime Minister again, and right now he just wants me to be my dad, and I'm trying to give him a little bit of that right now. I'm happy to take questions when I'm in Ottawa. I'm happy to take questions when I'm making announcements. I do more media press conferences than any other politician these days.
Justin, can you tell me why your Minister of Climate Change is serving on a communist council? Can you tell me about that, Justin?
So your government has overseen the greatest collapse of news media in this country's history. When will you take responsibility for your own incompetence, Prime Minister?
So we actually had to sue you to get into the government debates.
Who do you work for?
I work for the Counter Signal, but
Okay, what is that?
formerly it's a conservative, albeit right-wing news outlet based out of Calgary, and we had to fight to get into the leaders' debates during the last election. Why did you stop? You might say it was a debate commission, but it's a debate commission that you created.
No, it's not.
Stopped a lot of independent journalists from coming in to ask questions.
The Ottawa Press Gallery is a self-regulating body of journalists who make determinations who gets to be members of political journalists in the Parliament Press Gallery. The government has no say in that. It's your peer journalists who make decisions about who gets accredited to the Parliamentary Press Gallery.
Do you think that it's a little bit strange that your minister, Mark Holland, said that going on a road trip...
We're just going to change...
No, I'm just going to keep asking you questions. Hopefully it's okay. Mark Holland said that going on a road trip is equivalent to setting the world on fire. But
you can take a summer fun time vacation where you're locked in a car for 10 consecutive days, nonstop with no bathroom breaks, and the Conservatives have a plan for you to have that summertime fun. And the cost? Give up the future of the planet.
But you chartered a private government jet. No, let me finish my question. You chartered a government jet to here, to Fino, so that you could be isolated with your family. Totally fair. But lots of Canadian families want...
I'm not isolated. This is
almost the most western point in the country. You live in Ottawa. I'm not going to do the math on how much carbon that burns.
What Mark Holland was talking about was the math that the Conservative Party did on the road trips taken this summer was the equivalent of going from the North Pole, the tip of northern Canada to Patagonia and back 4 times. That's the kind of road trip that the Conservative Party math was actually talking about. Now, lots of Canadians going on vacation all the summer. I don't get on a commercial jet. I don't get to do a long road trip because I only take 10 days off on the summer, so I have to fly to come see my friends and family in Vancouver. If I'm going to fly to the West Coast, I have to fly on an Air Force jet, a Royal Canadian Air Force jet. Those are things that every Prime Minister has to do. It's something that is just the rules. It applies to all